I wish I had known that, because I started as an individual contributor and worked my way up, the food chain, if you will. I wish I had known that I didn't have to have all the answers.
From Ranjay's couch in Charlotte, North Carolina to your couch, somewhere in the world, this is the weekly Midday with Ranjay, the afternoon show, with your host, Ranjay Saga.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, welcome, and namaste to the first episode of Midday with Ranjay, a show which is not going to change your life forever. But this is a show where we meet interesting individuals, interesting professionals, and try to meet the person behind the professionals that they are. And in the process, have some fun. We'll learn a things or two from their experience, life journey, and many more. My guest for this afternoon is a dear friend and a fellow HR professional, Ms. Christina Sigafus. Christina serves as the Associate Director of Human Resource for Glenmark Pharmaceutical. 2 years ago, she moved up from Texas to the Carolinas. She graduated with a degree in psychology at the National Autonomous University of Mexico and also holds a Master in Human Services from St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas. Her dream destination is to visit Spain and Portugal. She loves spending time with her husband Jack and her two daughters, Antonia and Carla. On the weekend, she is the self-proclaimed queen of the Mexican breakfast at her house and make the world's best green chilaquiles, as her family can attest. She loves Dia de los Muertos, fall leaves, and hot chocolate in that order. Let's welcome Miss Christina Sigafus. Christina, good afternoon.
Hi, Ranjay, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. I actually prepared something. ¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Well, my vocabulary of Spanish language stops there. Well, Christina, first of all, thank you so much for accepting this invitation and starting this season. I'm so thrilled and excited that you are here for my episode number 1 with Midday with Ranjay. Christina, as you know, that this show is all about trying to understand the person behind the professionals that they are. And in the process, we try to understand about your viewpoints, about some of the issues that you, I, and people at large are facing, and try to understand something from your experience, and that will motivate my viewers. Now, without further ado, let me move to my first segment, which is how I got where I'm at, where you get a chance to talk about your journey. Where did you start? How did you start? And how has your journey been so far?
Okay, fantastic. First of all, I want to say I'm very honored to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me. My journey started in customer service. I worked for a large communications company, and I worked my way up to a supervisor role. And one of my mentors, who was in HR, that she said, you really need to go back to school and get your degree in something related to human resources. And so that's where the path began. I became someone who was well known for really growing people, turning behaviors around, driving accountability and motivation. And so it wasn't uncommon for human resources to assign difficult or challenging employees to my team. So from there, I moved slowly into the HR arena. I was given more and more responsibilities. And by the time I left that company, I was an associate director in human resources. I was over 13 sites, managed bargained employees, managed all things HR, had about 9 managers rolling up to me with an army of clerks. And we were just doing a really great job driving consistency and driving HR processes and initiatives throughout the company. My position was downsized, and I was let go with a really great severance package, which gave me an opportunity to do something I was really passionate about. I really enjoy volunteer work. So I did a lot of volunteer work with my local SHRM chapter. And at that time, I had enjoyed so much my career at my previous organization, but I decided I wanted to do something that felt a little more meaningful, broader, had more of an impact to my community. And so as I was searching for a new role, I ended up working for a contracted research organization in Austin. So that's how I got my first taste of working in the pharmaceutical industry. And so 3 years later from there, I moved on to a different role, different company, where I am now the associate director at a pharmaceutical plant, the only pharmaceutical plant for an Indian pharmaceutical in the U.S. So very exciting career, and it's hard to believe where I am versus where I started. So I've been very blessed to have a lot of good people come across my path and kind of guide me and drive me to something I'm passionate about.
Right. That brings me to my second segment, Christina, and my second segment is called 3 Questions to Christina Sigafus. My first question is, what do you wish you had known when you started out?
I wish I had known that I didn't have to have all the answers. There's just a lot of stress that I put myself through, and I think a lot of us do, because we feel that as our span of control or responsibilities grow with us, that we're supposed to know everything and we're supposed to have the final answer. And what my journey has taught me is that I don't need to have all the answers. But if I surround myself with people that are a lot smarter than myself, together we can probably figure something out.
Great answer, Christina. In fact, there's a saying which says that if you are the smartest people in the room, then you are in the wrong room.
I think that's true. I really find that to be very valid, at least in my experience.
Right. Great answer. Now, my second question is, what's keeping HR up at night?
As a strategic partner to my organization, I need to keep the doors open. I need to make sure that we are following through and we are going to hit our targets for the fiscal year. But at the same time, I'm concerned about the people that are driving and executing. And so what keeps me at night is, have I taken every precaution needed to make sure that my people are safe? Will people, at the end of the day, I want to make sure that everybody goes home with all their limbs, and with the same health, that they arrived with. And so I'm constantly, revisiting and ensuring that I'm doing everything possible to make sure that we're taking every possible precaution.
Great. And my last question would be, and it could be an overlap of the second question, is, what do you think, Christina, that HR should stop, start, and continue to doing in 2020?
I would say we need to start listening to what's happening. Be aware, know your business, and be aware of what's going on and how your people feel about the situation. I would say that. I would say if your company has a certain way of doing things, don't get hung up on that. You need to be nimble, you need to be flexible, and you need to be able to arrive to a solution that will work in the current environment that we're in. And just continue doing what is working well for your people. Just keep doing it, and keep your ear close to the ground right now, because stress levels are enormous, and so you need to make sure you're taking care of your employees.
Right. Oh, great answers, Christina. So those were my 3 questions. And now my final segment, which I kind of really enjoy, where I can put the spotlight on you. My final round is called Rapid Fire. and where we like to understand a little more about you. So the rule of the game is very simple. There are no right or wrong answers, and all you get is 5 seconds, whatever that comes to your mind. Now, if there are some questions that you want to revisit again, I can come back to those. Are you okay?
Yeah,
All
sounds
right.
good.
Well, my first question to Christina is, if a movie was made of your life, what kind of movie would it be, and who would play you?
And who would be me?
Yeah, who would play you,
Who would play me?
and what kind of movie?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with some kind of Halloween movie because it's the season. So, well,
Yeah.
but I can choose any actor of my choice, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So then I would pick.
You are the director of your movie. You can
I'm the
have it.
director of my movie. Okay. So then I would pick. Julia Roberts. I like
Oh,
Julia.
wow. Great. Interesting choice. All right, Christina. If you were a hashtag, what would that be?
Hashtag make it happen.
Make it happen. Wow. Amazing. Great answer, Christina. What's your rule number one?
Customer service.
Great answer, Christina, there again. Now, interesting. If you had a choice between two superpowers, either being invisible or flying, which would you choose and why?
I think I'd go with flying because I like to travel. So it'd be nice to just pop into France or to Spain and
Yep.
be back by lunchtime.
Yeah, wow, amazing world, right? Morning, have the green chilaquilas, and then go to Spain, come back for the lunchtime.
There you go.
On that positive note, I really want to thank you for kind enough to be part of my first episode, and I just can't wait to meet you in real world.
Oh, fantastic. Well, this was so much fun. Thank you so much. I'm honored again to be part of your podcast.
Thank you so much, Christina. That was Christina Sigafus. What great insight, and I'm sure you guys had fun, learned few things from her journey and her experience. To meet yet another interesting guest next week, please join us on this show next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Till then, stay safe, stay smart. Have a great rest of the day. Bye bye.